Hello. Hello, ladies. Happy Wednesday. It's another freezing cold day here in West Virginia. My kids have only had school for 2.5 days since they went on Christmas vacation December 19th. So it's been one thing or another. We're home all together again today. But I've got a wig party to do tonight. I've got to run to the store because with these children home, they're eating us out of house and home. And so therefore, I must put some makeup on. So whenever you guys are here, leave a comment down below. Say hello, and then we'll get right into it. And I don't know why all of a sudden... Hold on a second. I don't know why my camera's so dark all of a sudden, but whatever. I guess as long as you guys can see me, that's all that matters. I do have a mirror sitting on the floor over here, even though it's not that close, but I can't really see myself in my phone anymore. Maybe I should stick my other phone up here so I can at least look in that and make sure the color looks okay. Hello, Joe. Hi, Linda. Hi, Cindy. What have you been? I've just been busy working. Just working. The old grind. All right, I'm going to stick my other phone up here really quick. Hold on. Because this one's all dark now. I can see your comments, but I can't see really my face. Hi, Linda. Hi, Christine. Hi, Karen. Hello, ladies. We're getting ready to take... Bentley has wrestling practice at 2. From 2 to 4. We got to run to Aldi. You know, work, and then get ready for tonight. Hi, Sharon. Hello, Shirley. Hi, Marcia. Hello, ladies. What have you guys been up to? I wish Deanna Taylor that was on my try-on video the other day that said I was a narcissist for working during the inauguration was on here so I could let her know. Don't worry, I watched the full day of ceremonies and celebrations immediately after I got off my live video. Your phone keeps dying? Good morning, Lynn. Hi, Hope. Hello, guys. Hello, hello. Hello. I have a headache again today. I don't really think it's sinuses at this point. I don't know if it's temperature related or what, but we're going on like 2 weeks of having daily headaches. And then also within that 2-week period of time, I had a migraine for 48 hours. Where did I purchase my gold mirror? Which one, Peggy? The one that's usually sitting up there on my dresser? If that's the one, I think I got it at Walmart. I believe. I believe in a thing called love. Eyebrows look, as Juliana would say, mid. I'm going to touch them up with an eyebrow pencil and see how that goes. You got a new grandbaby last night? Boy or girl? What's its name? I was like hearing other kids or other people's like baby names, you know? I'm going to touch up these patchy places with just an eyebrow pencil. Good enough. Good enough, it is what it is. Good morning, Anna. Yeah, I got it from Walmart. Now, I did have to order it online because in stores, they only ever had silver ones. Just as an FYI. You guys, I'm so sick and tired of having to do my makeup out of boxes. I now have 3 boxes up here now. Oh, but not only that, not only is the electric issue still not fixed, but now, because it has been so cold, there's water line breaks and all of these things that our town's already been going through. We are losing water. Our water towers are out of water. And so we have like a drip of water. And not only that, got a water bill yesterday. $460 due to keep it from shutting off with a total balance of $637. Now you tell me, when our water bill is usually about $175 to $200 a month, why my water bill is so expensive, yet that coincidentally coincides with us going through a month and a half worth of water line breaks in our city. That dresser's from Wayfair. I got it a couple years ago. Tell me how that works, because I mean, I don't know about you guys. I don't know your financial situations, but I can't just always go and poop out $460. You know? Make that make sense. It doesn't. But you know, you got to pay it because God forbid your water gets shut off. And then so you pay it, and then you wake up today and you part near got no water anyhow. Winter is a mess. Your water bill's never more than $30. No, we don't have any leaks. Because it's not just us who got a high water bill. I'm seeing it all over like our local Facebook pages. But yeah, our average water bill is about $175 to $200 a month. And now all of a sudden I owe $460 with a total balance due of $637, and the $460 had to be paid immediately. Don't know. I mean, I paid it, but I'm gonna have to start a schmoly schmans to be able to pay my bills. Sean Kane, we already talked about this. You've left nothing but insults, yet you were private messaging me telling me how beautiful I am. And then whenever I did not return your phone call that you made through Messenger, now you've just become a little snooty patootie. So we really don't care what you say. Hi, Joy. Your water bill's never over $27, but in the summertime when I open the pool, it runs about $65 to $80. It's not our water that's super expensive. Our water bill includes water, sewage, and garbage. It's the sewage that's expensive. So it's not necessarily like our water's probably $30 to $50 a month, but it's the sewage that gets you. Now, whenever I first moved to Weirton 15 years ago, our water, sewer, and trash bill was $90 every 3 months. So that's just how much it's changed in 15 years. That sounds exactly like the shenanigans that are going on in your town. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And like I said, you know, I budget for my bills based on what my bills typically are. Now, wintertime, I know that my gas and electric are going to go up. Like our gas bill this month was $500. Our electric bill this month was $500. Our gas bill this month was $300. I know that in the wintertime. But when you budget $200 for water, and then it's $260 with a total balance of $637 for the last like 30 days. Doesn't make sense. Hello, Rhonda. Hi, Nicole. You have septic, no sewer. I'm still in my bedroom. My husband texted our landlord on Monday, and we have not heard back. Like, he texted them with our availability, didn't hear back, and now I can't confirm anything for next week because I don't have my schedule for next week yet. You know? Oh, anywhoosie, that's what's been going on in my life. How about you guys? That's a lot. I mean, you guys remember, our house is only 1,013 square feet. It's a very, very small house. The thing is our house is old. Very, very poorly insulated. Very, very poorly insulated. So, hence the high utility bills in the wintertime. I don't know what I want to do on my eyes. It is a lot. It's super expensive. So utilities need to go down so I can get my Botox and filler. Can you ask company why so much? That's a huge difference. Good luck. Like I said, it's not just us. It's essentially our whole entire town. And it's not the first time that it's happened, you know? Hi, Becky. Hi, Carly. Guys, these are 2 new eyeshadow palettes that are coming to Velvet Noir. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. But I don't know which one I want to wear today. I think we'll do the green one. We'll do the green one. You're sick of it being so cold. I don't have any electricity in my office, Diane. Hi, Heather. That's right. The math is not mathing. It is not mathing at all. My electric went up 200 this month and it made my stomach hurt. It is very, very nauseating. And like I said, I think, I mean, I know there are some social media influencers out there that make buku bucks. Most of us don't. So we literally struggle to pay our bills just like everybody else does, you know? So it looks like we're going to be having some kind of yard sale, or I'm going to go apply to just be like a part-time cashier at Walmart, you know? At this point, move your desk up to your room temporarily. I wish I could, Janet, but there's literally no room in here. Our room is probably like 12 by 14. And we have 2 dressers, a bookcase, and a king-size bed in here. 2 dog kennels. It's packed. Hi, Tully. Aren't they pretty, Monica? You're so positive for somebody going through that, oh, especially in the winter. I mean, what are you going to do about it, you know? You could sit here and be upset, cry or complain, be miserable. Life is too short to waste time fretting over things that are out of my control. Like I said, if I have to, I'll go get a part-time job as a cashier at Walmart or Kroger or something. I'm not beyond that. 9 inches of snow down here. Blizzard warning. Everything is closed. We haven't gotten, no, we keep, the other day, I forget what day it was, Monday, or maybe it was Sunday, we got like a surprise 4 inches of snow, and we did get some snow last night, but currently it's too cold to snow, which I would rather deal with cold than snow. Thankful for raw water in the sewer tank in the year that we only get pumped out once every few years. Yeah, that's what, well, where I grew up, we had city water, but we were septic and stuff like that. Of course, the super expensive thing there where I grew up was propane, and then we also lived in a house at one point that was oil heat, which is, oh my gosh, ridiculous. But, I mean, what choice do you have, right? We don't have a choice, so you just figure out a way to make it work, and you do what you can. Hello, Danelle from New Zealand. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lori. I got almost a foot of snow. Almost a foot in New Orleans and Florida. I saw that on TikTok yesterday, although pretty much all I see on TikTok right now is political stuff. When are we ever going to be able to move on? You know? Riddle me that. Aren't we used to doing this every 4 years? I might have to start selling feet pics. I'm not below that. I'm not below that. I mean, I would probably be a cashier at Walmart first. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. But I've definitely considered going out and getting a part-time job. Hi, Kathy. Hello, ladies. Now, remember, we've started doing our eye makeup first again, like how we used to do back in the old days. Just because it's fun to see it look super scary and then all come together. The snow on top of the beach and water. I saw on Facebook this morning that the condo that we had stayed at when we went to Myrtle Beach in 2020, that it's like completely snow covered. And it's like literally right there on the beach. That's so crazy. They have more snow than we do here. Yep, I would rather have cold than snow too, because that's the thing, is like when you get into the hills and stuff like that, snow is extremely, extremely dangerous, especially if you have to drive in it. Rhonda, you were going to post that too? And my feet aren't even nothing to write home about. Old Fred Flintstone feet. You guys notice how Sean Kane, once again, how we had to call him out, that he shut up after that? We have ventless heat and air, oil boiler for backup, plus we have a wood stove and pellet stove in the basement. Country living isn't so bad. Nope. I grew up out in the country, but like I said, our house, the reason our utilities get so high, I mean, outside of the water, that's extenuating circumstances. But the reason that our electric and gas are so astronomically high in the wintertime is just because our house is very, very poorly insulated. Like, our garage is not insulated at all. That's directly below Juliana and Bentley and Caden's bedroom, you know? I have a wig party tonight, Susan. Wig party. We've got new wigs. I actually have a package of wigs that I need to go grab from outside as soon as I finish this video. I already got half the wigs and the other half got delivered today. Somebody gave your daughter $800 for a foot pick. Hey, I would do that. It could be a huge money maker. It could be for sure. I know, wigs. You guys, the wigs are so stinking cute too. So adorable. I'm going to darken up the outer corner. If you guys haven't seen me do eyeshadow first, I know it looks scary. Don't worry, it'll come all together. Also, I have to sunless tan before my video tonight. So I scrubbed off all of my sunless tanner. So my face is definitely going to be darker than the rest of my body until I get back from wrestling practice and can put it on. Thank you, Kathy. Edna, thank you for sharing. We do have short to medium wigs tonight. Hi, Edna. I had an Aunt Edna. Actually, she was my great Aunt Edna. Da, da, da. Just slapping that on there. Good enough. And then we'll take one of the brushes we were using earlier and kind of soften up the lines. We don't have any pixie wigs tonight, but we do, well, we do have one or maybe two that's almost like pixie-esque. Like a, we'll call it a bixie, like a bob pixie. And then we have some like shoulder length ones. We have a good batch of wigs tonight. And then I haven't even checked to see which ones we're restocking. I haven't even looked into that yet. All right, we'll go back to our eyeshadow once we get our face on. Sound good? Fantastic. All right, take a drink. And put on my primer. Still using my Avon primer. Since we've been up here since the beginning of December, you guys know that I've been using basically the same makeup products because I didn't bring up everything that I have. I just brought up a small box. Yeah, Teresa, there is. There is. There are some good ones that are hoodie ones but aren't pixie length. For sure. I actually had a hoodie on a little bit ago and then I put this wig on. I'm like, oh, I better take this wig off because I don't want to deal with it in a hoodie, right? Hi, Renee. Oh, Renee. Hello, guys. I was thinking this morning when I get up, I'm usually up by myself, and then my middle child, he's a sleeper like me, like he goes to bed late like I do, and then he also wakes up early. But I usually get some time alone by myself. And I was thinking to myself, and it's like, I need to start recording, maybe not necessarily a live, but just record a video that's like a day in the life of Maggie. Like, what does Maggie do as soon as she gets up in the morning? What is her routine throughout the day? Love, we're dropping at least 5 brand new wigs tonight. Brendan, no, I don't have that wig. I wore a wig out in public for the first time. I was so nervous, but some of my harshest critics, my family, said it looked good. I'm liking the wig life. Only question, how do you get them to fit better around your ears? You feel like that's your giveaway. So it really depends, and it can even be like, I could, like say I have 3 different style wigs that are all in the color Cocoa Vanilla Frost. Obviously, those all came from the same manufacturer, but each wig cap can fit a little bit differently. You'll notice like whenever Shauna tries wigs on, hers typically come forward a little bit more and you can't see as much as this hairline. I have some wigs that sit even further back. I have a very like inward hairline. Like my natural hairline is very, very close in on my face. Some people have natural hairlines that are back further. On some wigs, my ear tab might come in further. On some, it might set up higher. That's not an indicator of an ill-fitting wig. It's just that everybody has a different hairline. Everybody's ears are at a different height. So That's why, like, if I wear mine pulled back in like a ponytail, I always have like little face framing pieces pulled down to cover that up and not. So it's not necessarily a defect or even like a giveaway. You're going to notice it way before other people notice it. But a lot of times we can't really help what our natural hairline looks like. Thank you, Jenny. Melissa, I don't know if anybody's going live today, but I will be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight for a wig party. Let me see if I can find our schedule. Where on earth do these people go to purchase feet pics? Like, is there a website or something? Probably on OF. What's today? Wednesday. I'm the only person live today. And then I'll be live at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Melissa, these are my favorite kind of live videos to do. I don't always like to have an agenda, you know? It's not always my thing. Did I answer your question about new wig colors? I don't think we have any new wig colors tonight. So but new wig colors can be pretty expensive to develop and manufacture. And we have brought in a lot of newer ones recently. I don't think we have any new wig colors dropping right now. But we have brought in a lot of new styles that like people have requested more color options in and stuff like that. So we are working on getting you guys some of that. How do you maintain your weight loss? I still have 30 pounds to lose and the scale keeps going up and down the same 4 pounds. So frustrating. I'm doing all the things, calorie counting, water intake. When's the last time you reduced your calorie intake? Because as we lose weight, the less calories we need to consume. Your calorie deficit that you eat at, say, whenever you still needed to lose 50 or 60 pounds, is definitely going to be different than the calorie deficit that you need to eat at when you're down to losing like the last 10, 15, 20 pounds. My lips look great. Thank you, Kathy. All right. My sponge has been sitting here for a while, so it's not really that wet, but I guess we shall endure. It is what it is. I don't think anybody's going to care at Aldi if my makeup looks cakey. And everything will look fine to you guys because we're literally hundreds and thousands of miles away. That's the good thing about it. Hey, Brenda. Why always? I've been thinking. I've been thinking this morning, and it's like, why do I always, I don't know if it's ADHD or if it's the fact that I do have some autistic traits. Why do I just always have the urge to blurt out a song? Like, I think it has to be a way of stimming. It has to be. Just telling you to do... Rachel, I would use a couple different calorie deficit calculators and take those numbers that they spit out to you because they're probably all going to be a little bit different and then take an average of that. Or if you're eating the 1,350 and it's bouncing around, try going down to 1,275 and see if that gets the scale moving again. How have my headaches been? Daily headaches. And then last week, that Thursday, Friday... Was it Thursday, Friday, or Friday, Saturday? I don't really remember. But I had a 48-hour-long migraine. When the bread and butterflies kiss the tulips. Don't forget to do your ears. You always want to, you know how people like worry about matching their face to their neck? Obviously, yes, do that. Don't forget about your ears. You want your ears to match too. But as a good way of stimming, it's better than picking at my face, I suppose. I guess I can at least look at it like that. That's way better than picking at my face. It's at least more hygienic. Hi, Gail. All right, I'm going to mix together 2 concealers today. I'm going to use a little bit of the Unique. I did not moisturize today, and I can literally see how dry my face is. I'm glad you guys aren't going to see me in real life. My willpower comes and goes, but praise the Lord, I'm still down on my weight. That's awesome, Linda. Do, 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 do. What am I looking for? My mirror. I think everybody's willpower comes and goes every now and then, but we just have to remember that we don't need perfection. We need consistency. If we put perfection on the pedestal in anything in life, but especially in regards to weight loss, we're going to be disappointed a lot. We don't need to be perfect. We need to be consistent with our habits. Do you intermittent fast by chance? I don't think you do, but I couldn't recall. Casey, throughout my entire weight loss journey, I intermittent fasted 18 hours every single day. And I would say now I probably do about 12 to 14 hours of intermittent fasting every day. All right, I feel like this one's later than this one. Stuck to your guns over the holidays and actually lost weight. That's awesome. Awesome sauce. You guys have enrollment going on right now for keto coaching for February. I know that we're cold and we're in negative degree temperatures right now, but in 2 months you're going to be belly aching because you're not going to be happy with the size that you are, wishing that you would have done something about it whenever it was cold and miserable outside. Now's the time to be reaching out to me. Getting a jump start on it. Don't wait until you're like, I wish I would have done something about it. Do something about it now. There are some things in life that we literally just have to rip the Band-Aid on. Juliana's doing pretty good right now, but they've only had 2.5 days of school since they went on Christmas vacation, December 19th. So she also really hasn't had to leave the house, you know? Oh. Sometimes I get so tired of putting makeup on. What all does my plan include for the $250? It includes customized meal plans for you based off of your personal macros that you need to consume in order to lose weight. And to customize your macros, that takes into account your age, your height, your weight, your estimated BMI, your activity level, and your desired calorie deficit. It also takes into account your food preferences. For example, like the foods that are like, I absolutely do not eat this, or I absolutely do not eat this. So all of the things on your menu are foods that you do eat, because there's no point me telling you to eat salmon if you're like, I don't eat fish, or I don't eat eggs, or something like that. The meal plans actually break down, not just like, oh, you need to have a lettuce wrap sandwich and eggs for lunch. Like, it specifically tells you, you need to have 2 ounces of this, or you need to have 56 grams of this. It literally breaks down not just what you're eating, but exactly how much of it you're eating. And then the $250 does also include our 2 weekly phone calls. So 1 phone call or FaceTime, whatever it is that you want to do each week. And then if you decide to do the remaining 2 weeks of the month, then the balance is just $150. So it still only totals the $400 that my program is anyhow. And a lot of my clients actually do it that way. They'll sign up for the 2 week even though they know they're going to do the 4 week, because it gives them longer to pay. I need to rip off the Band-Aid, get my weight under control. I'm more miserable now than I've ever been. This is the whole thing, is how long are we going to allow ourselves to be miserable when we 100% are capable of doing something about it? Like, why are we choosing misery versus pulling up our bootstraps and doing something about it? You have to ask yourself, like, number one, weight problems, right? Obesity and stuff like that. It is a literal matter of life and death. More people die from weight-related issues than die from drugs and alcohol. That is literally just a fact. That is an absolutely scary, terrifying fact. To lose your life over something that is a weight-related issue, to me, is the lowest excuse for a life possible. So we have to decide, like, do you want to live or do you not want to be here? I want to live. But not only that, in me wanting to live, I don't want to just be like floating my way through life. I don't want to be on the sidelines of my own life. I want to be actively involved in my life. I want to be present. I want to be happy with the person that I am, or the way that I look, or the way that I teach my family to eat, or this or that. I don't want to be on the sidelines of my life. I want to be the freaking star. And you should feel that same way about yourself too. Rachel, yes, you can lose weight solely with calorie deficit. I did absolutely no weight or no exercise throughout my weight loss journey and lost over 205 pounds. So, you know, we got to poop or get off the pot, decide that you want to live, and then set a plan and say, okay, now what am I going to do about it? Is it the easiest thing in the world? No. But is it impossible? Also, no. It's not. It's absolutely not. And, you know, just like how somebody said at the beginning of the video, oh, I have a lot of stuff going on right now, but I still seem so happy. Yeah, because I don't want to be freaking miserable. And whenever we find ourselves living in a body that we are not happy in, but we're also not actively working to change whatever it is that we're not happy with, we're choosing misery. I absolutely, absolutely refuse to choose to be miserable. Who wants to be miserable? Nobody. Now, are there factors that can make weight loss, I won't say harder, but can make it take a little bit longer to achieve? Absolutely. A lot of people think that, you know, menopause can slow things down, and hormones do have an effect on it, but most of my clients have already been through menopause or in perimenopause. Like, I'm not coaching a lot of like 16-year-old girls, you know what I mean? Most of my clients range from like mid 40s to early 80s. They still are successful and lose weight. It's the effort that you want to put into it. Can medication slow down the process? Absolutely. But it's not impossible. There's no time limit set on, I need to lose X amount of weight on X amount of time. If you're setting those kind of restrictions for yourself, girl, you're just causing yourself more heartache. The goal is loss. You know, whenever I do, I think I already put concealer, well, whatever, we'll just blend it in. Whenever I have my FaceTimes or phone calls with my clients and they'll be like, oh, I only lost 1 pound this week, or I only lost 3 pounds this week, or I only lost a half a pound this week. Girl, why are we putting the word only and lost in the same sentence? Isn't losing what we're trying to do? Isn't that our main goal? Congratulations, you lost. You achieved what it is that you're trying to do. Be realistic. Stop allowing yourself to be miserable. Don't get sad and upset about it. Get mad about it. We're here because we did it to ourselves, and you're the only one that can do something about it. And I don't care if you have a husband, and I don't care if you have kids. I don't care if you have grandkids. That food's not for you, sis. Don't put it in your mouth. I live in a household where I'm the only one that follows the keto way of eating. And specifically, whenever I started 70 years ago, my kids were like young. We're talking like goldfish crackers and stuff like that young. That's their food, not mine. They don't have a problem with their weight. I do. They don't have a problem with portion control. I do. Stop giving excuses. If you give an excuse to not do something, it's because you don't want to do it. Because if you wanted to do it, you would do it. If it's something you truly don't want to do, you're going to give excuse after excuse after excuse. I can't do it because of this. Or my husband brought me home a candy bar. Say thank you so much for thinking of me and don't eat it. You know, excuses are literally the downfall, in my personal opinion, to everybody. In every regards of our life. Stop throwing excuses. Stop expecting things to be easy. You do hard things every day of your life. You guys know I tell you this all the time. How many situations have you been in your life when you're like talking to your parents or talking to your spouse, boyfriend, wife, whatever, and they're like, I literally don't know how we're ever going to make it through it. Yet here you are in January, the year of our Lord, 2025, watching a video of somebody spouting off. Clearly you made it through it. Stop telling yourself you can't do things because you absolutely can. How do you know what you can't do if you haven't tried? And just because you've tried to lose weight, maybe you haven't tried this specific way to lose weight or this specific style of eating. Keto is not the answer for everybody. Not everybody desires to follow a keto way of eating. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can still be successful with other ways of eating. But just because, oh, I tried the Mediterranean diet, or I tried Atkins, or I tried weight loss surgery and those didn't work, those weren't for you. How do you know that the next thing you try isn't just gonna be the thing that clicks. If you stop trying, you're never going to know. You're never going to know. Sorry, apparently I felt passionate about that today. Aren't those some hard truths? I'm going to keep this live forever. Oh, thank you, Rena. Sometimes we need somebody to speak to us with hard truths. I had this client one time. She was with me for a very, very long time, and she pops back in every now and then. She has always maintained her weight loss. She's lost, oh my gosh, 160 pounds since she started working with me in 2020. And at one point through the middle of the journey, she was just like really struggling. Like one of those does really good Monday through Friday, blows it Saturday, Sunday. And I was like, we were on our phone call or FaceTime, whatever. I was like, do you want me to speak to you like nicely, like as a coach in a nice way? Or do you want me to give you some harsh realities? And she's like, give it to me. I was like, you're wasting your money and you're wasting my time. Like sometimes we need somebody to give us hard truths. Stop giving excuses. Start thinking in terms of reality. Weight problems are a matter of life and death. Before I changed my way of eating, by me going through Taco Bell drive-thru or Burger King drive-thru on my way home from work, scarfing it down in the car, and then coming home and eating dinner with my family like I hadn't just eaten enough meals to feed 3 people, that is me literally saying that I would rather eat this Taco Bell or I would rather eat this Burger King and have my children grow up without a mother or have my husband be a widow. What? Because I want to eat this? Pathetic. It's pathetic. Sometimes we think about, oh, we deserve this or we deserve that. Look at us. If we're in a position where we need to lose weight, we don't deserve anything. We've already treated ourselves. We have treated ourselves to the utmost percent. It's time to stop treating. We don't need to reward ourselves with food. We are not dogs. We don't need to treat ourselves with a cookie for a job well done, the same way you give your dog a treat because they peed outside. I know keto is amazing. I lost 80 pounds 5 years ago and gained it back. I thought I could maintain it and didn't. It's hard. It's a hard truth. No excuse. I just went back to old habits. So dumb. Nikki, I struggle with the same thing too. You know, I'm not some perfect person. You guys that have watched this page, like whenever I started my page in 2019, I was essentially done with my weight loss journey at that point. I think I was already down to 145. My goal was 135. And I got to my goal of 135 by March of 2019. And then throughout that year, because I don't know how to maintain, at that point, I only know how to gain weight. That's all I've ever done my whole entire life is gain weight. Throughout that year of me first hitting my goal, I got back up, I want to say to like 160 or 170 pounds. Then in 2020, I lost it all over again. Like, I am not a perfect person. I struggle with you guys as much as, I struggle as much as everybody. I am diagnosed with binge eating disorder. I have a freaking problem with it. I'm severe ADHD, which means I'm constantly dopamine seeking. You know the fastest way to get dopamine? Food. It's a struggle, but you can still be successful at it. The thing that made it easiest for me in most recent years in regards to maintaining my weight loss is just accepting the fact, instead of just being like, why can't I just be thin like this person? Or my husband who eats nothing but garbage and never gains weight. Like, why can't I be like that? Because that's not my story. It's always going to be harder for me. That's my cross to bear. That's just the way that it is. And by me accepting the fact that for me, Margaret Ellen Wells, that it's just always going to be harder for me, it became exponentially easier because I stopped fighting myself. It's going to be hard. And I accept that and I deal with it and I go on with it. And it's made it so much easier for me mentally than being like, I wish it was easier. Well, guess what, Maggie? It's not. It's not. You know? And it seriously made it so much easier for me because I stopped fighting myself over it. Sorry, my pits are literally sweating. I didn't know I had all this pent up rage inside of me. I just want to help people. I just want people to realize, and I know I told this to you guys a couple weeks ago, that, you know, I have not had a slice of bread since December of 2017. I've not had a cookie or a cake or anything like that since December of 2017. I have not had a French fry. I have not had a mashed potato or baked potato. I have not had a nacho teen. When I was still having all those things, my life obviously looked completely different. I worked 6 to 7 days a week, left at 5 o'clock in the morning, was home at around 11 o'clock at night, eating whatever I could, whenever I could, all of these things. And then you just never know what making insignificant changes could do to your life. Because the fact that I have all of this now, the fact that I'm on here talking ridiculous, or the fact that I'm doing a wig party tonight, or the fact that I have my own keto coaching business and work from home and could retire my husband, even though we still struggle to pay our bills like everybody else. I probably make the same income that you guys make. All of this is literally because I decided to stop eating bread and sugar. It's crazy. So you literally don't know what making a small change can do to change the course of your life. And no, it might not mean a change in job or this or that, but girls, whenever you take control of even just one thing, like what you put in your mouth, it is so empowering that it really just forces your hand to take control in other aspects of your life. If you're somebody who's a freaking doormat, for some reason, when you take control of whatever you put in your mouth and you start to feel a little more self-empowered, guess what? For some reason, you don't want to be a doormat anymore. You're not going to let people walk all over you. You're going to say no when it's something you truly don't want to do. Like, it is literally life-changing to take control of your life. I promise you. I would not, what do I have to gain from lying to you? Let's see. Weight loss, no matter how you choose to attempt it. Bottom line, it's hard work. Absolutely, Rhonda. Thank you so much. It gets so deflated when the scale doesn't move. Gotta trust the process. That's right. You gotta trust the process. And the whole thing is, if you're doing something and the scale's not moving, most people's first thought is to stop what they're doing. Well, guess what, girls? If you stop what you're doing, the scale's not gonna move either. So just trust the process and stick with it. Potatoes and bread are not bad for us. Sugar is. Sweet potatoes are also good. Potatoes and bread aren't bad for a lot of people. It's also not good for a lot of people. Tell somebody who's a diabetic that potatoes and bread are not bad for them. Absolutely it is for them. It's deadly for them. So we have to remember that just because something works for us doesn't mean that that is the answer for everybody else. I think people also forget bread, for example. The bread you purchase in stores, your Wonder Bread or whatever it is that you eat, that is not food. That is a food product. Look at the ingredients. Now, if you're making bread at home and you're using flour and honey and yeast and stuff like that, if you're putting singular ingredients in to make this bread, that bread is a food. We have to realize the difference between a food and a food product. We also have to remember that what my body needs or what my addiction issues are, case in point, people tell you that red wine is good for heart health. I'm an alcoholic. That's not good for my heart health. That's not good for my heart health. That's not good for my mental health. That's not safe for my children. That's not safe for my husband. That's not safe for my job. So we have to remember that it is so individualized and personalized what is good for a person versus what is not good for a person. Does he not get funds from the service? No, he doesn't. He hasn't got funds from the service since he got the GI Bill in 2011 or 2012. I don't share videos ever. Doesn't matter if it's my sister's video. I just never share. But this video touched my... Oh, Casey, thank you so much for sharing. My doctor says that I'm just the exception to the rule for my health. That's absolutely not true. I'm very disciplined. It does take discipline. This is one thing. This is one thing that grinds my gears about doctors. Specifically, a lot of times, doctors in regards to weight loss. I know of this person who has literally been morbidly obese her whole entire life, and she is still a younger individual, younger than me, probably by like 10 to 12 years. Morbidly obese. She went to the doctor, and the doctor told her, your only chance of ever losing weight is to have weight loss surgery. Never once suggested changing your way of eating or working with a nutritionist or a weight loss coach or something like that, and this was prior to the injections, your only chance to ever be thin is to have weight loss surgery. Now, you tell me if that person chooses to have weight loss surgery whose pockets are getting lined. There's nothing wrong with weight loss surgery. Weight loss surgery is not an easy way out, and shame on anybody who says that it is. Shame on you. It's not an easy way out. But to say that that's the only method in which somebody can be successful would be like me saying keto is the only method in which anybody can be successful. It's a big fat lie. Just like keto bread is okay for some, but no bread is good for me. I stay with the cottage. Yep, exactly. And the fact that keto bread isn't actually keto bread. The ingredients of keto bread do not follow a keto way of eating. Just because the package says keto on it does not mean it's true, guys. Marketing lies to us every day of our lives. Not sure my doctor is fabulous and very naturally encouraging. Well, I'm not speaking specifically about your doctor. I'm speaking specifically about the doctor in the story that I was referencing. Injections are set up for failure unless these people change their relationship with food. Well, I think the idea between the injections is that people are supposed to remain on it as maintenance. I don't know. I have clients that sign up for my program that also do the injections. And I've told you guys before that 93% of my clients have either had gastric bypass or sleeve surgery. So just like I said, just because you think that you've tried everything out there, how do you know that this next thing just might not be the thing that works and changes your life? Thank you, Barbara. I had surgery. My doctor gave me other options, and you had to go through a grueling process before he would. I think a lot of times the process that they make you go through prior to having weight loss surgery really depends on whether your insurance is paying for it or you're going to be self-pay with it. Because if you're self-pay with it, they really don't care what you do before you have the surgery. Surgeons are going to say surgery is the way to go. I'm not sure if this guy was a surgeon. Healthcare literacy is essential. I agree. You gotta do your research. And the whole bottom line is never freaking give up. I refuse to failure, okay? Failure in regards to weight loss or anything that you're attempting to do in your life. I tell my clients this all the time also. In regards to myself for failure, I will fail everybody else in my life before I'm ever willing to fail myself. If we're going to fail something in our life or somebody in our life, we should never be the tribute. We shouldn't volunteer ourselves for tribute. We should never be willing to fail ourselves while we take care of everybody else. Number one, stop allowing failure to be an option. I may have struggles. I may have slight regains. I may have this or that. I refuse to allow myself to fail at this. I have worked too hard. I do not permit myself to fail. Stop allowing failure to be an option. Don't allow it. If you take out the possibility of failure, what do you have? You start with failure and success. If you take out the possibility of failure, what's your only other choice? Success. Success. Stop believing that you can't do something. How much does my weight fluctuate daily? Anywhere from like 1 to 5 pounds. Depending on what I ate, what time I ate, how much water I got in, hormones, anything like that. What time is it? Oh my gosh. I gotta leave in like 7 minutes so we can take my son to wrestling practice. I didn't even get to finish my eyeshadow. I'll have to finish my eyeshadow before I go live tonight. Period. That's right. Mic drop. If I had a mic, I would drop it. Anyhow, thanks for hanging out with me while I do my makeup, ladies. Sorry for preaching. Sorry for caring about people and their happiness. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't regret anything that I said. I hope it inspired some of you guys to take your life by the reins, pull up your bootstraps, put on your grandma panties, and do something about it. Don't get sad about the situation that you're in. Get mad, because when you are mad, you are going to do something about it. Stop with the pity parties. Oh, I can't believe I let myself get here. Guess what? You're here. It's a fact. I don't care that you used to weigh 140 pounds and now you weigh 270. Guess what? 140 pounds is long gone. Stop comparing yourself to that. This is it. This is reality. 270 is where you are. Stop your belly aching and do something about it. Okay? And if you want to sign up for keto coaching, send me a message. All right, guys, I got to get off here because we got to go warm up our car and get my son to practice. Love you guys. I'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight for a wig party. I'll check all through the comments here in a little bit whenever I get home. Love you guys. Bye.